All right, it's Juneteenth, the federal holiday commemorating the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. And if you have the day off, we mahalo you for tuning in again on this Juneteenth. Now, tomorrow, Friday, June 20th, is the official start of summer, and fire departments across the islands are preparing for summer fire season.
Oh, what's the scoops?
Well, they are adding personnel, equipment, and vehicles to fleets, which is always a good thing.
You know, I like this. It seems like our leaders have learned from the deadly Maui wildfires by preparing in advance. Emergency officials are also calling on you to do your part to prepare.
And that could be, cutting back vegetation, clearing dead leaves, and removing anything that could potentially fuel the flames during a drought because, we're kind of been having fewer rainy days.
Yes.
From the beginning of this year.
And we're sliding into our dry season, right?
Yes. And I like what you said. I also like this because many times with government, it's always after the disaster when they form committees and, the legislature gets together and they call for reports to be made. So I'm really glad to see this, especially because we've, again, had less rainfall in recent years, which means there's less water to recharge our aquifer.
Yeah, and we're being proactive this time around, right? I think that's brilliant, absolutely. But, when it comes to fire, brother, it just kind of seems like the entire world is on fire right now.
I know. What's the scripture that says?
Well, there's Ukraine and Russia and Israel and Iran. Is this the end of days? Is Jesus coming soon?
I know right now.
Seriously.
Sources report that President Donald Trump will decide within the next 2 weeks whether to launch a military strike on Iran. Now, the president convened his national security team in the White House Situation Room for the third time in as many days. And it is, I'm getting kind of nervous because when Iran says, they're going at it with Israel right now. And of course, the United States is a friend with Israel, but then Iran is friends with China and Russia. So it just seems like a lot of this talk of, a world war.
Yep. How the factions are starting to split and create themselves, right?
Yeah, and what's so interesting is that President Trump has also been attacking the people who supported him in his race to win the election, like Tulsi and Tucker Carlson, all of these conservative voices, and of course our own Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, so why would you push away the people that were right there for you for your election, right?
Yeah, interesting.
Something definitely to keep an eye on.
For sure. Now, if you own a Ford, here's something to keep an eye on as well. Heads up, because the U.S. car maker has issued 6 recalls for 500,000 cars in just one day.
Well, what's the scoops, brother?
Well, according to a bulletin from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Ford is asking drivers to return to the dealership mechanic. And it's really kind of embarrassing because it's the latest story in the years-long stream of recalls for Ford.
Ford Explorer and Lincoln Aviator SUVs built between 2020 and 2025 may have a faulty part in the second row, possibly resulting in seats unlatching, folding, or sliding unexpectedly while you're driving.
That's not, especially if you have kids in the back.
If you have little ones in the back.
Scary. Investigators are also discovering a problem with a 12-volt battery in the Mustang Mach-E. If the battery runs low, passengers might not be able to use the inside door release handles. So that's essentially going to trap them inside the car.
Okay, these are really important. So if you drive a Ford, you might want to pay a visit to your local dealer.
Yeah.
And get that taken, your children getting folded up in the seat, you getting stuck in the car, especially on a hot day, in summer, that's not funny.
Yeah, for sure. Now, if you purchase door locks from Home Depot or Lowe's, the big box, home improvement centers, you don't have to worry about being trapped in your house. In fact, the security expert claims that anyone with the same door lock from these certain companies can use their key to easily enter your hale, or you can enter into somebody else's hale.
Wait, what? What's the scoop?
Well, according to this expert, there are only 5 different locking configurations, meaning that every 5th set that they sell has the same exact key. So it's a Kwikset and Slage, I think, the 2 that you normally see at Home Depot or at Lowe's.
Hang on, brother. Where did you see this story?
Oh, I saw this one on TikTok.
Brother, remember what I told you. You cannot believe everything on TikTok. This story has already been debunked.
Are you serious?
It sounded so familiar, especially when you started naming off Kwikset and Schlag. Okay, the Kwikset offers more than 10,000 key combinations, and that other brand has over 72,000 combinations. That's fake news, brother.
I don't know. I go to TikTok to with like everybody my age We all go to TikTok to get the latest news. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard somebody your age is actually trying to save TikTok. We're going to have that story for you in about 20 minutes or so.
I am not the same age as President Trump.
What?
He's in his 70s. He's so uncool.
How do you know that's the story? It might be something else.
Okay, let's discuss with you. What do you think? We definitely want to hear from you.
Let us know by sending an email. Oh, he is shooting daggers at me. By sending an email at islandlifelive@kitv.com or post a comment directly to this video on our YouTube page. Just search out KITV.